is the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days. We're getting you ready for the 2024 season. And joining me right now, we're focused on the Martinsville Bulldogs. And joining me right now in his second year with Martinsville, of course, the head coach, Joe Fielder. And Coach Fielder, thank you so much for being here, sir.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, last year, I guess we had to rip the Band-Aid off. Tough year, 0-10 in your first year. And just your thoughts about just overcoming that going into this year.
You know, last year was tough. I knew it was going to be a struggle, you know, late hire and all that. We were a lot younger than I thought we would be. We had a lot of injuries. But our guys fought through it, and that was a good thing. You know, we had one or two freshmen, seniors on the field at the same time, so that makes a difference. The guys that didn't quit, they fought through that. They worked hard. They've had a heck of an offseason. So, you know, we're real excited where we're at right now with that. And I think they learned a lot from that season, obviously. I mean, you can dwell on it and have it ruin you, or you can build from it. And I think that's been great. Our off-season numbers have been phenomenal from that season. Our leadership group has been so much better. So it was awful, but I think we can come out of that with something better, hopefully.
You know, when you look at that, I mean, your off-season go one or two ways, but how do you feel the team has responded from that leading into this year?
I think the response has been phenomenal. I really do. Our numbers, like I said, have been great in the offseason. The kids don't want to do that again. And some things we can't control, the age of the players and stuff like that. You know, we're starting 5 and 6 freshmen a game last year. But I think our line is all back. We have probably 5 seniors this year. I think 5 or 6 we're going to have this season. So we're still going to be pretty young. But that group they're gritty. They fight hard. They play. You know, they work hard. Our strength numbers have gone up, and we redid the weight room this offseason, and that's been great. The guys have worked hard, and I think, like I said, there's been a good foundation laid with this group, and I'm really excited about what we have coming forward now.
You know, you look at the tradition Martinsville's had, and you talked about it last year when we had you. You love the tradition here, that there's been a success over the years. And when you look at it as a whole, I mean, there's a lot of positivity. I see the positivities you're saying. I mean, the biggest thing is, I'm sure you say this to all your players, is you want them to buy in, and
right.
It seems like they're doing that. And how big has it been that they are buying into what you're trying to teach them?
You know, it's a tough place where people really have high standards, and so they hear a lot of negative. You know, when you're not doing well, and it's deserved. That's what happens when you lose. But I mean, those guys, like I said, there hasn't been any pushback at all. There's been, like I said, great buy-in. You know, they're listening. They understand that things are a process, and things don't happen overnight. You've got to get in the weight room. You got to work. You know, we started working in January. Guys played multiple sports, but still worked in January all the way through now. And so I think we're excited to get to the point where we can actually put on pads and play against somebody else. And they know what it's like to be in Martinsville. They understand the tradition, everything with that, how that goes, and they want to make that community proud. They want to be, you know, what they hear from the past. That's what they want to get back to. So that's our goal. I know it doesn't look that way right now, but we are going to get back to that.
So talk about the starters you got coming back on each side of the ball, how many you have, and who are the ones we should really have our eyes on this year?
You know, projected, you know, we probably have, in terms of kids that played last year, going into this year, we could have 7 on both sides of the ball. Now, we've talked about it. There's nothing set in stone. That sounds cliche as it can be, but I mean, we got to move on from what it was before. So nothing set in stone. We got a lot of good young players. We have our entire line back, minus one kid. We had one senior last year. But you know, to say there's 1 or 2 head and shoulders above the other, we're not there. I mean, it's a good group, but you know, they know we're not going to give any credit until it's time to give credit on that. You know, like I said, it's just a good young group. You know, I don't really want to name drop on that one, but that's kind of where we're at with that. Everything's going to be earned right now. So.
How big is it to have competition between the players for all these positions?
I think that's been the difference this year. Last year, you know, it came in late. We had low numbers. You weren't very pushed last year, so you could kind of do what you want to do a little bit in times. Now we got such good numbers coming up from our sophomore and junior class that, you know, they know, hey, just because you did this week doesn't mean you're going to do it next week. Like, you got to keep pushing and keep getting better. I think they understand that, and they know that we're serious about that. We've yanked guys out pretty quick if they're not following along and doing right. So there's no nonsense on that. But it just makes a difference. It makes you better, and the guys have embraced that. They get after it with each other, but they also understand that at the end of the day, we're still a unit, it's still a whole team, and we all need each other too.
And then when you look at the season, you know, we're right on the doorstep because we're going to have fall practices in a few weeks. Just for you personally, how big and how much fun is it to get ready for the season knowing that you're right on the doorstep of fall camp?
Well, it's here. That's what I tell the guys. We had a break last week or during the dead period, and we're back into it now. And, you know, the breaks are few and far between from now on, and we're hoping that we're playing to December. That's the goal. Everybody says that. You got to do the right things to get there, but it's a long stretch from August to December, and we've worked really hard from January to August to get to the point where we want to be. I think the guys are just ready to put that hard work in on the field and show off that product, and that's what we're excited about as well. So.
Finally, for you, I know this might sound like a crazy question, but when you look at football as a whole, because you're looking at what you're doing during this time. It's a busy time, but what do you do to kind of get away from it a little bit? What are some of the things you like doing as you get away from the sport of football to coaching? Because it's a grind. It's 12 months out the year, obviously, because there's 12 months in a year. But what do you do to kind of, take a look back or take back a break from things?
Well, I think that you gotta schedule your football time right, for one. Like, we don't have to have long days in the off season. In the summer we get after it in the mornings, and then you have the rest of the evening to kind of get away. And when we meet as coaches, we don't meet long periods of time because that's just going to burn you out. I spend a lot of time with my family. I got a 3.5-year-old at home, and she's wide open. She probably, honestly, getting to football is probably more of a break from her than anything. But no, that's refreshing. Just getting out, play golf. We had a good staff. We hang out together. It's hard to kind of get away from everybody when you're with each other all the time, but it's a good, like I said, it's a good time. It's a good chance to get away, but also still kind of bond away from football too. So, and that's what I tell our players, get away from it. During the dead period, it's like, hey, get away from it. Don't, stay active, but get away from it. Let's not think about it for a week and then come back and be refreshed. And I think that pays off too.
And my final question for you, just looking at you, and I'm going to throw it out there. If I'm wrong, you'd hit me upside the head. You're a grill master. I bet you look like you could work the grill pretty good, couldn't you?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, try to.
So you are a grill master.
Yeah. Well, I think I am.
Well, that's all we need, right? You're
Right.
a grill master. Good deal. Well, Coach Fielder, thank you so much, sir. You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Good luck this year.
I appreciate it.
Going to get a W in there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
can't wait.
I'm going to knock on wood.
Yeah,
W right there. So,
Lord knows we need it. So.
amen to that. So we all need them. We all
That's
need.
right.
Heck, I need W's too. So we'll get them out there as. We put a bow on looking at the Martinsville Bulldogs. They're getting ready for the season, so are we, with the Hardees. Friday Night Blitz Media Days.
Denyiran Hodge, DENYIRANHODGE. You said school?
High school and then years.
Oh, Martinsville High School, class of 2026.
Okay, so last season was pretty rough. What can you tell me about last season and what y'all want to improve on this season?
Last season, it was a roller coaster because we lost our coach, and then when our new coach came in, he came in so late, he really ain't have time to gain control of most of the older players on the team. But I feel like now where we had an off season, we had time to build on that and work, so we're going to be better this year.
And plan on having a winning season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, what have you been doing kind of in preparation for that?
In preparation for, we've been focused on more getting back to the basics, because last year our tackling was bad, so we've been working on tackling more and stop trying to make splash plays, take what you can get.
Returnees, offense, defense, how's that looking like on both sides of the ball?
You said return?
Returnees, who do y'all have coming back?
We got most of our core coming back, because most of our core is in my class, so we juniors this year, so most of our core players coming back.
What are you looking for most out of this season? What do y'all want to accomplish?
And win a state title.
That'd be big. Yeah. All right, what motivates you football? Who inspired you? How did you get involved in playing football?
Probably my grandpa. I was watching it with him. I was like, I want to play. So he signed me up that fall, and I just been loving football ever since.
Any other sports you do besides football?
I run track.
What do you do?
I run hurdles.
Why does everybody say that? That is hard. I'm what have you been doing outside of football? What else do you like to enjoy doing?
Outside of football,
yeah,
I like fishing, playing the game. Really, that's it.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Both.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm asking everybody. This is kind of weird, but any unique hidden talents you have that no one knows about?
Nah, not really.
Really? You don't know how to do a backflip? You don't know how to play
I can't do no backflip. I can play a guitar.
See, nobody knows. All right. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Probably steak.
How do you like your steak though?
Medium well.
Okay. And two sides, what you choosing?
Baked potato, loaded baked potato, and broccoli.
Steamed broccoli?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I have the seasoned. Overall, what's your, like, going into the season, obviously expectations are high, winning, state title, but what's a goal that you kind of want to set for yourself for this season?
For myself, probably 5 interceptions, 10 touchdowns, offense.
I know when I play this back and I come back and find you, it better be adding up.
I got you.
Okay.
I am Greg Moore. Gregmoore.
Okay. You're in school.
2026.
Okay, bye. Walk me through last season and what changes are y'all hoping to make to have a winning season?
It's definitely leadership. A lot of our leaders left. I think it was like 16 seniors, and they just led the team. So we was lacking a lot of that, and we had a new coach coming in. We only had him for like a couple months, so it was just rough.
I guess being a player and having that new coach now coming in, but obviously y'all kind of seeing him. This season will be like his full first season. What's like your expectations for him to kind of help lead y'all in the right direction?
He's definitely a good coach, and now we done have more bonding time with him. You know how he like to operate and stuff, so he really set the standard for us a lot.
And having a winning season, he wanted to go all the way to state. So
Oh yeah, that is the plan,
that's
for
the
sure.
plan. How hard do you feel like I got to work just to get there?
Very hard. We've been working hard this summer, 4 days a week, hot, for 3 hours, so that's definitely the plan.
And overall, talk a little about the returnees, like how the both sides of the balls are looking for this upcoming season.
Oh yeah, we definitely got more of our core players back. We had a couple seniors last year, but it wasn't nothing like 2 years ago, so this junior class is definitely a class to be looking at.
What do you like doing? What motivated you to kind of play football?
Probably my family. I had a whole lot of cousins that played for Martinsville, so it kind of just ran. Yeah.
Other than football, any other sports you like playing? Any other things you like doing?
I was thinking about playing basketball. I like basketball and I play soccer, but football is definitely my main.
Your main thing?
Yeah.
Play any games? PlayStation?
Xbox. I'm an Xbox person.
What's your favorite game on there?
Probably Madden.
Oh. You get that college football game? Did you order it?
Nah, I ain't get it yet. I'm gonna get it though for sure.
Favorite food?
Mexican.
Mexican.
Mhm.
What type of Mexican?
ACP.
Okay, all right.
Everybody know what that is. So.
Any unique talent? Anything you feel like no one knows about you?
I play bass and drums.
Okay.
I'm a musician at heart, so I just started playing football, so it's like, it's different, so.
You gonna start up a band? You gonna start up a band?
I might, maybe.
All right. Overall, what's like a goal you want to set for yourself this year?
Definitely make district, Piedmont, or state. I done got district, second team district 2 years in a row now. I want to go above that.